see a lot of things every day in, call it dysfunctional homes. We see a cycle of young ladies getting pregnant early age, drugs and alcohol. We work with kids right now that come to the church that their moms are in prison or getting ready to come out of prison. It just seems like a vicious cycle. And for a lot of them, they don't know any better. They've never seen what it looks like to have a normal home, per se.
We rely on our families to protect us, to take care of us, and also to instill good values as we're growing up. And a lot of times when we have children that come from an alcoholic background or a drug abuse situation, or we have other types of abuse and neglect in these families, they don't know how to act and how to go out and have their own family. It's a reciprocal, cyclical type of problem that we have with these individuals when they get out of, say, a state type of setting. And there's almost a time after the age of 18 where they're not getting the support, the mentorship, and realizing the importance of family and how families are supposed to function.
A lot of the kids that are coming out of these facilities don't have someone that's kind of a mentor to show them how to live successfully. And right now, like most of the kids coming out, they do fall right back into bad behaviors, and unfortunately our son will be probably one of them.
And then you have some young people that really want to change.
Once that person turns 18 and they get out away from the Department of Social Services or state-run types of programs, that's where the problems can reignite, and they don't have the necessary experience growing up in a wholesome family environment. So once they hit 18, they're out on their own, sometimes going back to that same dysfunctional family that they were a part of when they were younger.
And our daughter was in a different home in Sioux Falls, and there were classes and stuff that she could take, but she came in at the end of almost 18, and on your 18th birthday you have to leave. And unfortunately this age group needs direction for some reason. They need a little bit more, I think, than we did when we were little.
Yeah, a lot.
And living outside of those facilities is different, and they're not prepared to go out.
If they just had something different to go to, they might have a chance.
There has to be some area to help this part of society, those people that are over 18 years old, and that's where the Destiny Center would fit in. They need an environment that literally changes their life. They need a situation where they can learn a skill and have the reward of learning how to work. The Bible tells us that we should work. In 1 Thessalonians it says work, and specifically work with your hands. And work is just one of those things that provides nurture to the soul. And people in this situation, that's what they need the most, is something that makes them feel like their life has value.
You realize that there's something that you get from work that you can't get anywhere else. You can have a paycheck, but if there's not the pride that's attached to that one has from doing an honest day's work, whether that be sitting behind a desk in an office or out on a ranch feeding cattle and farming. Work has its dignity, and that's something that's lacking in society with younger people.
Even the young kids that we have in our church, they don't have anything to do, and it's video games and TV all day. And if you take some of these kids and take them out of that environment and give them something to do, it's going to be naturally a lot healthier. I mean, when I was growing up on the ranch, we worked. It was good, and it was working with cattle, working with sheep, working with goats, working with horses. The care, cleaning out barns. the care of feeding for all these animals and everything that goes along with with agriculture.
And they also need a spiritual conversion such that they have a peace in their life that they can make good decisions going forward.
You need to be doing things for a greater cause and a greater thing than just yourself. And the spiritual component, I think, is key to any of this. People have to know why they're on this planet doing what they do. And if we don't look beyond the current day, then I think it's all for naught.
We were at one time in our own life a very dysfunctional family. Mm-hmm. We grew up in dysfunctional families. We grew up without the Lord. And when the Lord got a hold of our life, it changed our life. It changed our direction. It changed our perspective. It changed our marriage. It changed our family. It changed everything. Mm-hmm. And without that, we can do all kinds of things. We can change habits, but unless a person's heart is changed, they're really not changed.
But there are cases where when someone does fill that spiritual need that we all need to fill, it can turn their life around. One individual can't do that. Only God Almighty Himself can make that sort of change in someone.
And they really do need a stable environment. They really need a stable environment where they can really relearn life and take those negative connotations and to know that they do have value.
Yes.
So much so that God died for them. You know, when you speak into their life and that you let them know that no, you do have value, you are important. It's foreign to them, and it's like, really? They just do not know how to get out of it. They want something different. They know there's something different. And we know life isn't, no matter what we do, is not perfect. But there can be a stable, healthy environment. And for a lot of people, home is not a safe place. It's not a healthy environment.
I really think Destiny Center will be a home, a family-oriented home.
It's going to be a home, not an institution. It's going to be a home to mentor them, to teach them basic skills of life, how to stay clean, how to keep a house clean, how to cook, how to manage a checkbook, how to manage their money, just basic skills that so many people that we work with almost on a daily basis, how to do that.
A treatment environment that doesn't provide all of that nurturing, the success rate is just not very good. The vision of the Destiny Center is to use the labor of the people that are there, first of all, to nurture them, and so that they learn a skill and they feel good about themselves. So that's very important. But also, you have the fact that we're going to do multiple things there, from chickens to pigs to lambs to cattle to vegetable gardens, all of those kinds of things that are going to provide a low-cost source of food for the center. But also, a lot of that product can be sold at a profit, such that the center runs very cost-effectively, which is a huge advantage over all of the other models that you see, because they don't generally produce a revenue or a profit center. It's all expense.
The goal of it is to be self-sustaining, self-supporting, because most of your things that go on, and they're good things, these institutions to help people, they always need funding. And that was one of the things about Destiny Center that I just thought was, puts it beyond anything else, is that once it's founded, once the foundation is there, then the goal is to be self-sustaining.
If you can get over the hurdle of the initial investment, if you can get the land, enough land and some leases on some other land, and you can get your hog barns and your chicken barns and this and that and whatever built, at least the costs are going to be way less. If Destiny Centers could actually change the lives of multiple people, what is that really worth? I mean, it's an infinite amount. And if we can do it consistently with a high probability and continue to do it time after time and repeat it, it's a wonderful model that's repeatable. I mean, it just doesn't work in northwestern South Dakota. It'll work other places too.
Even if these kids are coming up to the age where they're going to leave their home or facility, wherever they're at, maybe introducing them into the Destiny Center would be something that then they could see, like other people living on there, and, you know, is this where I want to go?
This is a real need, really people hurting, and if we can get, I mean, if we can help some change that cycle, it's going to change the cycle for the next generation. That cycle needs to be broken.